I feel like a lot of our friends who are artists are at the point where if they don't take the offer for $2,000, there's a line of 100 people who will. Or it's like, you know,
Right.
if you don't want to take the offer that isn't quite what you're looking for, then 1,000 other people will take it. So it's kind of like you're up in between a rock and a hard place sometimes.
There is, and there's for a long time, we did just say yes to everything because you're really just
Mhm.
trying to build a profile with these cities and these people and these promoters. And, it wasn't until almost like the last, I don't know, maybe year and a half, maybe post COVID, where I was comfortable saying no to stuff, which actually felt good.
Yeah.
It felt taking it back a little bit. I was like, all right, I don't have to do that show, and it's
Mhm.
better for my mental health and all that stuff. But you got to grind. All those kids out there, man, you got to fucking grind it.
FBI.
So yeah, as of this recording, tomorrow is Dr. P at Church Nightclub. And then Friday we have, what do we have? Death Pact at the Ogden.
Yeah.
And he's doing an after party as well. So that's gonna be lit with the offbeat guys. Those go till like basically 5 a.m., 6 a.m. I
Jesus
guess
Christ.
however long
know.
the crowd wants to keep going.
I'm
Yeah.
too old for that now.
If you see me at the afters, no, you didn't.
Yes,
You'll
you
never
did.
see me at the afters. That's one of my things. As I stopped
Really?
doing that, I cut them out of my life completely, and it's been much better.
Okay.
Unless I'm playing one. If I'm playing one, obviously it's a different story. But I've been invited out probably, I don't know, we're almost 35 shows into this tour. Probably like 25 of them. Went
Uh-huh.
out one time with my friends in Chicago, and that was it. I was proud of myself.
Good
Oh,
for
wow.
you.
Good. Yeah, you have self-restraint right there.
The hangovers,
Right.
I don't know how old you guys are, but I'm almost
Mhm.
33, and they're
Uh-huh.
not getting any easier. So
No.
like
No.
I'll keep my drinking window or party window, whatever, like within the first show confines, and then let everybody else be super fucked the next day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
Well,
wise.
I mean, yeah, especially if you're touring though, like, no, I
Well,
would
that's
have a
the
lot
thing is like
more control and not go out
when
personally.
I first started touring, it was very exciting. This was like 2018. Are we recording? We are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. In
The
like
story.
2018, when I first started like touring, professionally, I was having a lot of fun because it was like my first time as an artist on the road. And,
Mm-hmm.
and I learned very quickly, and only one missed flight my entire career,
Oh,
might I add.
wow.
Yeah, I learned pretty quick that I'm gonna have to learn how to mitigate this to continue to do it and hope to
Mm-hmm.
try to do it successfully.
You have to play the long game if you're the one
Yeah,
touring.
100%.
Because, like, you can't show up to your
100%.
next show all hungover and dead.
I mean, it doesn't take that much to be hungover for me, so like I usually am anyways. But there's that line of like, the 3 hours you're at the show, you're having some drinks or whatever, and then like
Mm-hmm.
go into the afters, and it's like you're like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, I bored in 45 minutes. I'm gonna kill myself.
Oh my God, that was
Dude.
us at Grocery Boys. We went to the Grocery Boys Desert Mealy a couple weeks ago, and like our flight out of there was like 7 a.m. or something. So it
Oh
was 2 a.m.
god.
and we found ourselves at the function and we were like, we should probably leave.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we had other friends, like, even at the offbeat party, we had some friends who were going to Phoenix Lights, and we were just like, wait, Phoenix Lights is tomorrow. So when are you flying? Oh, my flight's at like 6 a.m. Bro, it's like 3 a.m.
On a
Oh
Thursday
god.
or a
Like,
Friday. I guess.
okay.
Sometimes there is that push though of like I'll usually like if I have a one-off, I might have a good time with some friends afterwards or something. But it's
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I try to book my flights like if I don't have to leave right away the next day, if I'm just going home, I'm gonna fucking book like a later in the day flight so I can sleep in. And if
Mhm.
I do choose to go out, you know what I mean? So it's all like there's
Hmm.
little steps to take.
Yeah, lesson
Damn.
learned.
Wait, so
Yes.
the first
Yeah,
tour
yeah.
you ever went on, what was that in 2018?
The first one I went on was with Opio.
Oh, sick. That's a big act.
Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oscar's a good dude. I mean, I've loved his music. I knew him from like my audio engineering days because I did a lot of live sound at like NorCal festivals, just all sorts of festivals on the West Coast, smaller hippie things. But my first big tour was with Dirt Monkey and DMVU later that fall in
Oh,
2018. So that was the first like as an artist, that was my first like big run.
the Colorado boys.
Mhm.
Yeah, good
Hmm.
peoples. Some of
Yeah,
my favorites still.
that's awesome. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
did you just wrap up the Bass Science tour pretty much, or you still have couple
Technically,
other show runs?
I have 3 makeup shows because I had COVID the second week of tour. So
Oh
I'm just
shit.
I have yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's the third time. It's kind of just like the cold now. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I had to cancel a couple shows. So I have just 3 makeup dates. But other than that, everything else is done.
Are you playing any big festivals this summer?
I am. I'm gonna look at my phone because
Yeah, probably can't keep track of
I
everything.
I have to see what's announced and what's not, so I don't
That's
like
true. Don't leak
fuck.
the lineup.
Yeah, I can't fuck that up. I guess basically my first big festival is gonna be Bonnaroo
Oh,
um in,
sick.
in June, and then directly after that is Beyond Wonderland at the Gorge.
What? Those are both
Um
Ooh,
massive festivals.
yeah, they're huge. The Bonnaroo one I'm looking forward to a lot because of like the diversity in the lineup. You know what I mean? It's like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, there
yeah.
was Coachella and
It's been
like
like
Rue.
yeah, well, just all these like massive staple festivals throughout the country. And so when it came in, it was me back to back Brock or Boogie T, and then back to
Okay.
back Dirt Monkey.
Oh, wow. A
Um,
triple back to back.
yeah. So it's pretty exciting. The lineup's really good, so I'm looking forward
Mm-hmm.
to it.
Where is
wow.
Bonnaroo?
It's outside in Nashville, I think. It's somewhere in Tennessee.
Okay. Yeah, those
Yeah,
ones
Dude,
are
yeah.
cool because it's like music as a whole, I feel like, and it's not just
yeah,
EDM or just bass music.
100%. And let me tell you, your boy gets a little tired of listening to that all the
Yeah.
time. So I'm very much looking forward to going to a festival where I can like I don't know, get off stage or see a bunch of other bands during the day, like actual bands. I love that shit. So,
Yeah. I do, I'm not gonna lie, I do miss Coachella because I grew up in San Diego.
oh,
So,
okay.
like end of high school and like beginning of college, even though I moved out here for college, I would still fly back to San Diego to like take my mom's car up to Coachella with friends and go camping, and like I do miss the diversity of EDM. And
Yeah,
that's
totally.
basically how I really got into EDM after Coachella. Like I had gone to a couple of EDM shows, but like I saw Skrillex out there in like 2014, which was insane. And like
And that was the mind changing or like life changing moment.
yeah, and then Odessa, I saw Odessa in 2014 at like one of the smaller stages there, which is insane, like where they are now,
Right.
production
Right.
wise, it's just like, just in general. Like, I mean, I'm looking at this Bonnaroo lineup. Yeah, Kendrick Lamar, Odessa, Foo
Oh,
Fighters,
damn.
Paramore. Like,
I know.
Paramore. Ooh, middle
I
school
know.
days
Oh yeah. I still
for
yeah,
listen to
me.
Paramore a lot.
damn. Yeah, dude, yeah. Oh yeah, I see you there Friday. That's gonna be
Yep.
massive. Hell
I know.
yeah.
It's that's like one of the bummers is that, most of the time we don't get a chance to stay at these events the whole weekend
Hmm.
when like,
Are
especially
you
something
running
like
off or are you staying?
I have to fly to Seattle because I have to play the Gorge on
Mm.
Sunday. And that's a 3 hour drive from
Holy.
Seattle to the Gorge. So like I want to get there Saturday and I have
Hmm.
to sleep that night and then leave at like fucking, I don't know, 9 or 10 in the morning.
Yeah, we were just talking to someone about how much of a pain it is to get to the actual gorge venue.
God, it's one of those things where like when you get there, it's worth it. And the whole drive is beautiful up until like the last hour. You kind of get into like the flatlands, but the
Hmm.
drive is beautiful all through the Snoqualmie Mountains and um yeah, it's really cool. But you have to earn your way there, that's for sure.
Yeah, not for the week.
Hmm.
It's not a quick one.
Not when you have to do that drive twice in one day. It fucking sucks.
Oh my
It's six
gosh.
I
hours in
mean,
total.
we're on shuttles,
Hmm.
that the festival provides, which is the only way we would all make it on time for sure. Um, but yeah, just like after you leave such an epic event, like Base Canyon's the only I've done 2 of those. It's like every time I leave Base Canyon, it's like 11 or 12 p.m. or 12 a.m. and I'm like, man, that was so fun. Now we all have to sit in this car and it's always quiet and awkward. And we have to
Hmm.
stop. We all have to stop a bunch to pee, like on the side of the road because it's just,
No way.
oh my God, yeah. So this last Base Canyon, who's in it with me? Barely Alive was Jekyll and Hyde, a bunch of media people, and at the time, my girlfriend at the time was with us, and every time she made me ask, she'd be like, "You have to tell them we have to stop." I'm like, "Fuck, okay." So I do
God.
it, and then we'd get out, and then everybody else in the van would be like, "Thank you so much." I didn't want to say anything. I was like, "Oh, I was the one that had to do it for all y'all."
You
Okay.
took it for the team, literally.
I mean, they weren't gonna say no, but after like the
Mhm.
third time, I was like, "Okay, this fucking sucks."
Yeah, at that point, it's like you should mentally prepare to be on the bus and like cut yourself off from drinking an hour before.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, it's hard. You crack the seal, and it's fucking game over.
Game over
Yeah.
when the seal's broken.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm trying to make it out to Base Canyon this year because we haven't even had a chance to go check out the gorge at all.
Never
But-
been.
definitely should. It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
hmm
I'm excited to switch it up this year. To go to Beyond. I've never done
Yeah.
that one, so
Yeah.
it'll be good.
I wonder what the crowd is going to be like how different if
Probably-
the crowds are any more different, from like Base Canyon crowd compared to like Beyond Wonderland crowd.
I imagine so. I imagine it's, I don't know. Excision has a very loyal fan base. So like, I mean, people fly in for all these
Rigorous,
events
so-
everywhere. Yeah, it's a lot of that, and I think a little diversity even within EDM will bring different people.
Mhm. And they have a couple stages there, don't they?
Yeah, there's the hilltop. I don't know what they call it now. There's the hilltop one, and then there's the main one, and then yeah,
Sick.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
sunset there would be amazing. Like catching a sunset set.
it's pretty wild.
It's
Yeah,
kind of
and
like Red Rocks.
isn't there like a
Yes.
reservoir as well in the back
Or
or like a
I'd have
lake
to
or
go.
something?
I'd have to go back and look through my pictures. It's kind of hard to see over the main stage, but like in the artist area, and I'm sure there's other viewing spots for like GA, but they kind of have like these little viewing things on the cliffside. But I mean, it looks like an Ansel Adams painting. You know what I mean?
cool,
It
yeah.
just doesn't look real. It's awesome.
Yeah, venues like that are amazing. Like, yeah, I said Red Rocks. We were just at Red
Yeah.
Rocks a few days ago. Like, I've been there over 100 times and it never gets old.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I've only been the once, but I would like to go back.
Are you based in San Fran right now? Or
No, I live in Reno, in Nevada.
Okay, I was asking because I saw the Giants pennant on the wall.
Oh, yeah, I'm a huge baseball nerd.
Love it.
Nice. Well, you and we officially met in Miami for Miami
Yeah.
Music Week. So like, what have you been up to since then?
I mean, honestly, just rolling through this tour, it's I counted it up on my way home last Sunday, and we were at 31 shows, and then the 3 left, and then one that's not gonna get rescheduled until later this year. But yeah, it's
Wow.
just grinding on that. It's a lot because like the days go by really, really slow, but then the weeks fly by, and I'm looking back at the calendar. I'm like, wow, we did a lot in the last few months. So
Mhm.
other than that, it's just that, and I'm home for 2 or 3 days a week. So it's really just getting home, doing the adult shit nobody likes to do, laundry, all
Yeah.
that, hang out with my dog for a couple days, and then go back out. So I
I
have
love
May.
the EP though.
Oh, thank you very much.
The D&B influence on there is super cool.
Thank you. It's always been a passion. I've always liked DMB and guys like me and Dirt Monkey and Boogie
Mhm.
T and the Ganja Boys, and like I don't know, our little crew of people have always, as far back as I can remember, like being involved with them. We've always tried to just sprinkle a little in here and
Yeah.
there, and it finally
Yeah.
feels like it's gaining some traction, and it's, as a producer, it's a very, very difficult sound to nail. Anybody could kind of make the format,
Mhm.
but it's very particular, and it's really hard to make. So it's been fun to kind of explore those sounds.
Yeah, those 2 songs turned out super good. Action and
Thank
Never.
you.
Those are going to be on repeat for me over the next few
I
weeks. So.
I actually love that because I was kind of, even my managers were like, well, for the singles, do you want to do like one dubstep? And I was like, no. I want to put these out there to see how it's received,
Mhm.
and they've been the best, received off the project. So it's cool.
So yeah,
Yeah.
you did Never as the single in Action, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, I would say DMB is definitely gaining a lot of traction from what we've seen, just being,
Yeah.
Having DUBSTEP FBI for such a short amount of time. Like, I would say so. I love
It's
the whole EP in general.
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, I have to give credit to like, Blank started doing his, JP started doing his like Eon mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And then obviously Kumarion and Reaper and these guys that are just like, and Rusko obviously with
The
the
OG.
full genre switch. I just got to give credit where credit's due, and they've been really instrumental in helping bring those crowds up. It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wait, how did you guys meet in Miami? Like, what's the story behind that?
We're just in the green room.
Yeah, I think I was just hanging out with Chris, right 10. We
Yeah,
were just taking some tequila shots, and then
As you do.
yeah, I'm a tequila girl, so obviously I have to, especially with right
I'm a
10.
tequila girl also.
Yeah, same. Tequila girls only.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a state of mind. It has nothing to do with
Yeah.
anything else. It's a state of mind.
Now I'm gonna take
Yeah.
a shot after this. I'm looking at that bottle over there.
Yeah,
I don't keep bottles in my house.
For that reason, probably.
I have the Clase Azul right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit, look at that. You're fancy.
It's
It's a
fancy.
nice decoration though, right?
It really is.
Yeah.
It's art.
Yeah,
It's
it makes
art.
it worth the money.
Like you can't even tell.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Keizo for that, actually.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That was a Christmas gift. He gave both Chrissy and I Clase Azul tequila bottles.
Which we
Oh,
haven't
that's awesome.
finished.
Yeah, mine's completely done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You took one for the team and opened yours first that one night, I remember.
I
Oh,
did.
it's
It
so
took
brave of
you a
you.
while.
Yeah.
It took you a while to open yours, Chrissy. We were
I
taking
just
shots
opened
out
it
of mine.
last week, I think.
Yeah.
I was like, I've never owned such a nice bottle of liquor. I need to save it. And then we
I've
got all
never had one of
desperate.
those either. I've never had one of those either. So now I'm looking like, should I just have one to look cool?
Right? Now we know what to get you as a gift.
I will accept that.
Just put it on your rider.
I'm not quite there yet.
You think
And
you're not, but you are.
maybe, but that would also eat up the entire rider budget. And I like
Yeah.
snacks and like, I know I have things that I like on the road. I don't just want one singular bottle of tequila and be like, all right, no water, no fucking nothing. Good luck.
Yeah. Dinner.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
True. Well, I want to backtrack a little bit because I'm curious to hear about like your whole alias, just like how you started. Like, where does SubDocta come from? Like the name, just how did that start?
At the time, so like I mentioned earlier, like I have a big live audio background. And at the time when I started this project, I mean, I was still very much just doing local DJ gigs. I think it was like 2010 or 11. I was working as a stagehand at the venue in my town, and we would go in on tech days, and I would literally replace cones on blown subwoofers.
Oh,
And so like I just kind of was just like, oh, I
doctor.
literally doctoring these subs. I'm fixing these subs. And I was just like, boop.
Yeah, that's
All right.
clever.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really clever.
I've had people, it's so funny. I've had people give me like little gifts or drawings or the perler things. And
Mhm.
it's like a fucking sub sandwich. And I'm like, oh my God.
A sub doc, like that kind of
Yeah.
sub.
Yeah. I'm like, I would have to be way bigger for that to be, you know what I mean? Like, it's like seeing a skinny chef. You're like, I don't really trust you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's like
Yeah.
SubDocta. There's two kinds of subs. Which one relates to dubstep? I saw that you put out your first music on Spotify in 2016. So how does it feel since then? Like, how do you think you've evolved?
I mean, quite a bit, I would say. Back then, I was just self-releasing, through like a little distributor and stuff. But the music, I mean, I think it's getting better. Everybody always wants like the first iteration of when they find an artist. You know what I mean? We all
Mhm.
do it with
Yep.
every band. You're like, oh, that band's second album was the best or whatever. But I mean, like any other artist, I think that it gets stagnant after a while. If everything sounds like the last thing you did, it becomes boring for me. It becomes boring for the audience. So I still like the nostalgia of a lot of the old stuff, and I'll slip some in here and every here and again. But for the most part, I really like where the sound is going and hearing the evolving. I like
Mhm.
it.
Yeah, that's super cool. More D&B in the future?
Oh, 100%.
Yes.
Yeah,
Full
without question.
D&B sets? SubDocta D&B sets, maybe?
Yeah, I got booked for that last year for Forbidden Kingdom. So I did
Sick.
a back-to-back with Dirt Monkey on the main stage, and then on one of the days, I think it was Saturday, they had a full drum and bass lineup with like some super heavy hitters, and they booked me for a SubDocta DMB set, and it was really, really fun. because it felt more of a like a DJ set for me. Where like, yeah, some of the tunes were mine, but I really like just DJing too. So it was fun to just fuck around and do that. So
Mhm.
hopefully more in the future.
FK.
right.
Yeah, we're considering sending it last minute to FK next month or in June.
You should. It's a good one.
It's
Yeah.
super hot there. That's the only thing.
Yes,
Humidity.
it is.
I just
Yes, it is. It fucking sucks. But
yeah. But I mean, it is like a bunch of the homies playing, and like it's like a homies
that's
fest.
that's showbiz, baby.
Mhm. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
well, we party in boiler room basements with Rhythm, and it's hotter than that, probably.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
the church
But-
nightclub. Have you played there?
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
Oh gosh.
Like, have you been there at all? Like, just to visit any shows?
No.
Yeah. So there's like the main room, where it looks like a church, but then there's the
I've seen the
basement.
pictures. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's the basement, and we call that the rhythm basement because it's usually just a ton of guys just throwing down and chopping rhythm. But it is like it hits you like a heat wave. Like as soon as you start walking down the stairs, it's like a sauna in there, and it's just like
And it's
boiling.
To
because
me,
they have
that's-
they have the heat on actually for some
To
weird
me,
reason.
that sounds like hell. Like if I'm really bad in this life, I have to go down to a club in a basement, listen to Rhythm for the rest of eternity.
Yeah, with
That's my version of hell.
19-year-olds.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, all the
I should
underage
start
kids are
I should
down
start
there.
going to church now. That might be a reality, and I can't be having that.
It's a reality for sure, but if you come, we'll be your tour guide at least.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
You will
Church-
never catch me there, but sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have to go to hell, maybe that's the hell you want to go to.
You know.
Well, now that you're basically you have a couple more tour stops that you have to go to, but like what is next for you now? Are you just gonna start cranking out some more music or like take some
Yeah.
rest? What are you planning on doing?
Both. I'm really bad at writing music on the road.
Yeah.
Because I'm usually just really tired, and there's nothing inspiring about tan walls and a tan bed and a tan hotel. Fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm usually just trying to rest when I'm at the hotel. So I have only one show in May. And then I'm going to be just recouping a little bit and write more music and get outside doing the shit that I really like to do when I'm off. And yeah, looking forward to it.
Like what
Mhm.
like what are your hobbies outside of music?
I'm outside a lot. You know, we're in the mountains here in northern
Love it.
Nevada. So
Yeah.
I mountain bike pretty heavy. Start skating again. We just got snowed on again yesterday, but once that goes away,
That's
start
probably what
skating
we're about
again.
to
And
get right now.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
yeah,
We're
it's a
supposed to get
fucking
snow
nightmare.
tonight.
And then take my dog out for adventures, and just kind of grounding myself far away from this
Mhm.
industry.
Oh, the industry.
Yeah.
It gets to be a lot.
Yeah, we're kind of realizing that.
Yeah.
Like we didn't even
Right.
know we were getting into the industry when we started DUBSTEP FBI in 2020. And then like after a year, we kind of started getting in the industry because all the managers were hitting us up and we started talking to artists and stuff. And that's when we realized like, oh, we're in the industry. And now like
Yeah.
2 years later, we're like, oh yeah, the industry.
It's like, yeah, you get into it on accident, and then you're like,
Mhm.
well, I mean, we'll just do the best that we can. And it is fantastic. I don't want people to
I
hear
do
this
love
and be
it,
like,
yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God, it's fucking terrible. But it's just a lot.
Hmm.
When your hobbies turn into your jobs, there's that crossover, right? You have to
Mhm.
kind of find the balance of how to make those work and how to stay inspired and not get burnt out.
Yeah, the way that I've been recently describing it is like there's really high highs and really low lows.
Very much so. Very much so.
Yeah.
But a little
and-
5-HTP and plenty of sleep. Yep.
Yeah, 5-HTP. I forgot that existed. Bring me back to my old raver days.
And therapy. Oh,
And
you can
therapy.
take
Yes.
you can take 5-HTP without all the other things.
Oh,
and
yeah?
it still helps you when you're very exhausted and burnt out.
Okay, I need to order some of that on Amazon.
Yeah. Pro move there.
Right? Pro tip.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know about you, but like after Miami Music Week, I feel like I'm still recovering from it. But again,
That was really brutal. I went up to Orlando because I don't remember. I don't know if you remember, but that was the day my roommate's dog passed away. I found out in the morning when I woke
I do
up.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
sorry.
So no, I mean, thank you. I appreciate it. But that day specifically, I was coming off a 4-show run into that whole mess. And so I kind of like, I overdid it that entire day. But that whole week was just like a struggle. I didn't feel normal until I had to go do my next show on Friday like that. And I was only there for a lightning strike, 24 hours. I don't know how y'all did that.
Oh my God, dude.
I don't know
we were
either.
there for like 6 days. Yeah, I was there for like 6 days and I did 25 shows in that amount of time.
Oh my God. Yeah, yeah. You guys are definitely still recovering physically, spiritually, emotionally.
Yeah, spiritually
Yeah.
for sure. I don't know if I'll ever recover that from that one. That one scarred
No,
me
no,
for life.
you see some shit in Miami, we're like, I'm never gonna be the same.
Yeah, or like I'm never coming back here. More like
Yes.
Yeah, like
I
do not
said that
ask me to come
exact
back.
that was it Sunday. So yeah, that Monday I had a friend, or I was texting a buddy and I was like, I'm never coming back to Miami. Fuck this place.
Yeah, don't ask
Dude,
me to come back.
5 minutes later, Michael from SFAM texted me. He's like, bachelor party in Miami. Are you in? I was like,
Oh,
absolutely not.
don't do me dirty like that. So
I,
you're not going to that bachelor party?
no, I couldn't because of other shows, but it just felt good to say no to going back to
Yeah.
Miami that quickly. It's a
Mhm.
fun place, but it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's
It's
a
kind
lot.
of cleansing when you say no to that.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, and then Chrissy also had to work, basically.
Yeah.
She was working for the promoter out there, Blank Canvas.
Uh-huh.
So she was doing
Mhm.
social media for them. So she had to run to all the shows. And I was just kind of the guinea pig. I was just running with her.
I was like, I need a buddy.
And you're
And
like,
then-
okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't
And then
sound horrible.
I ditched her Sunday to go to the Base Rush party just because, I had to go see Jessica, obviously the homegirl, and
Yeah.
10.
Mhm.
And then we got to meet, and here we are.
And
I
now, yeah,
know.
we wouldn't even be here today on this Wednesday if you guys didn't meet. So
Miami provides.
it provides the
The
breadbasket of EDM.
the pros and cons of
Yes, there's
Miami.
always silver linings. You got to check those.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Vegas. Like when I go to EDC week, I'm like, don't ever invite me back to Vegas again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. We do have a couple questions that I will kind of want to go through with you from
Sure.
our social media. So let's see. Bam1131 is asking, will the filth be brought forth in Seattle Thursday?
I love these questions. It's like when people are always like, are you gonna kill it tonight? Are you gonna fucking smash it? Blah blah blah. You're like,
like, nah.
nobody's ever been like, I hope you do a good job. I hope you have fun. They're always like, fucking break my neck. But yeah, no, I planned a specifically horrible set for Seattle. So yeah, you already bought the ticket. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, bring earplugs, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be terrible. Horrible time.
Yeah. Oh, always. I always have the worst fun, just terrible shows altogether.
It's hell.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We look forward to seeing a terrible set from you in Denver soon, hopefully.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love bad Denver sets. They're the best.
Yeah.
There's no high
Vegas
standards
deserves
there or anything.
I know. No, it's not even the base capital, so it's fine.
No. But just spoiled.
The thing I do
Fuckers.
love about Denver though is I feel like you can just play whatever the hell you want and it'll just go off.
I imagine so. I also imagine there's like some Playa Tech, like some Burning Man house that I could play that would really, really make everybody sad. Not that I ever would, but just thinking about that statement, I was like, there's probably a few things that they wouldn't like.
They would probably get pissed
Oh yeah, for sure.
if you played Burning Man House
Oh man, that's like that
or
5 a.m.
trance.
Yeah, for sure.
Just play some
Okay.
country. That might piss
Yeah.
off some people.
That would piss me off.
Yeah, that would piss me off. I think I would just turn it off and make everybody go home.
Yes, this is the take we needed. Burn the country off.
Yeah, fuck you, Mitch.
Word.
Yeah, Mitch. Oh man.
Stupid
Yeah,
ass
we got
taboo.
another question from Insta. This one's actually a really good question.
Okay.
Daunter is asking, when management wants to take you under their wing, what are some red flags to look for?
Contracts.
Mm.
Nobody signs a contract in this day and age.
Oh.
Everything, I mean, me and all my friends that are, with big management companies and, high up managers, it's all verbal, signing it. Yeah, signing a contract is, in my opinion, the biggest red flag. Second red flag, having input on your music is always good. Constructive criticism, things like that. But changing your art for the benefit of like money or a trend is if your
Mhm.
manager asks you to, change up everything that you love about your sound. That's a huge red flag.
Yeah.
Um, and not getting you the stuff that they promised. A manager, you should be at the point in your career where you actually need one.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? A lot of people get one just because it sounds cool, but they're
Yeah.
not doing anything for you. They should be actively working as hard as you are to make your career better, because that leads to more money for you and for them and opportunities and blah blah blah. So
Yeah.
What would you say is a common management percentage if you're
um I think 15 to 20 is pretty standard. I think 20 is about like the gold standard.
Mhm.
But there might be a little fluctuation. Anything more is fucked up,
Yeah.
because it always comes off the gross. You know what I mean? So like
Yeah.
for business, say our fee is whatever, just ballpark number. Like I'll
Mhm.
do something astronomical that's not real. Say it's like $50,000.
That's
You
not
know
your
what I mean?
fee? I'm
Nah,
just kidding.
I mean only in Denver.
Yeah.
Um, but so it's like 50,000, and then your agent takes 10%, then your manager takes 20. Well, then they take that, you know, pre-expenses. So it
Mhm.
really adds up quick. So that 20% is probably the most comfortable you'd want to go.
Yeah. And it's hard too for artists who are like small to mid-range who are just getting put on tours even. Cause like, I mean, I've heard of some tours only paying like 500-600 a stop. And then it's like, oh, there's flights and there's food and there's lodging. Like it just
That's
comes out of everyone's pocket.
that's all. I mean, that's the road we all took. Like, I
Mhm.
mean, there was some tours that were really bad, some that were fine, but it really is just part of the growth process, because unfortunately, to like these promoters and stuff, you're based on you're a number on a spreadsheet,
Yeah.
and
And
and your
I was telling
your
someone else,
ticket.
like, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I was just gonna say your ticket sales really help dictate those numbers, and it takes a long time to climb the ladder, especially now. Like fuck, even 5 years ago when I started, it didn't feel as oversaturated, but not even in a bad way. There's a lot of really, really high level talent from these kids, but it takes a long time. I mean, I was still 2.5, 3 years into touring before I made it full time, just
Mhm.
to, be able to pay my bills and stuff. So it's a long road.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah.
It's an investment basically. So
Yeah.
that's how you have to look at it.
Yeah. It's like an
Yeah.
intern. It's like an internship, but you're flying around and traveling the country, and
And doing
you
what
got
you
you got to
love.
spend money. Oh,
Yeah.
100%. You got to spend money to make it. So it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
part of the process. We've all been
Mhm.
there.
Yeah, I was gonna say too, like I feel like a lot of our friends who are artists are at the point where if they don't take the offer for $2,000, there's a line of 100 people who will. Or it's like, if
Right.
you don't want to take the offer that isn't quite what you're looking for, then 1,000 other people will take it. So it's kind of like you're up in between a rock and a hard place sometimes.
There is, and there's for a long time, we did just say yes to everything, because you're really
Hmm.
just trying to build a profile with these cities and these people and these promoters. And, it wasn't until almost like the last, I don't know, maybe year and a half, maybe post COVID, where I was comfortable saying no to stuff, which actually felt good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It felt taking it back a little bit. I was like, all right, I don't have to do that show, and
Hmm.
it's better for my mental health and all that stuff. But you got to grind. All those kids out there, man, you got to fucking grind it.
Yeah.
I agree. What would what would you say like I'm curious to hear what your thoughts are on if artists who are, they're starting to gain some traction. What do you think about artists reaching out to management for potential management, or do you think artist managers should reach out to them and like seek them out? Like, should
Uh,
they seek out management or should they wait until someone picks them up? You know?
I think it doesn't hurt. I think it's more beneficial to have an agent at first,
Mm,
because the agent is the one that has more of the connections,
yeah.
to these
Yeah.
promoters, and the agents are the ones that book the top tier acts, and then they can throw you on the bottom bill, the same shit we all do.
Yep.
But I don't think it's bad to reach out either way. Just be sure that you're ready for it. You know what I mean? If you can still handle everything, if you're at a place where you're just doing local or even regional, bookings, you can handle that shit. Don't start giving your money away until you're starting to get overwhelmed.
Hmm.
That's a
And I
good way to
feel
look at
like,
it.
yeah, the upcoming artists, sometimes it's like they need to be on all the emails anyways for awareness. It's like you're not even at a
Yeah.
point where you're big enough where you would need a manager. So why
Yeah.
give that share?
Yeah. I mean, I reached out at one point to a different agency. I had gotten accepted by them, and then a couple days later, an email came in from my current agent, and that was a better fit for me. But don't be afraid to reach out if you feel like it was time. And at that point, for me, it felt like do or die. Like if I can't start doing this professionally now and make some money, I was like 28 years old. I'm like, this either has to happen now or it's not going to happen. And I'm glad I stuck with it. But yeah,
Good for you. Did you like go to
thanks.
school, or like did you always think about being a producer? Like how did this happen?
I was raised by the school of the streets, man.
Weren't we
Um,
all? No.
yeah. No, I went to college. I wanted to be a graphic designer and work in like the snowboard industry because I was a really big snowboarder back then. I want to like design boots and boards and all that stuff. But then I kept falling asleep in every one of my design classes. So I was like,
No
this probably isn't
way.
gonna work for me. I grew up playing the drums. My dad was a musician, so music was always there for me. I started taking live sound engineering courses at my school, but they didn't have a full bachelor program, so I dropped out once I finished that program. And yeah, just kind of went for it. I had severe tunnel vision to help get me where I'm at. So
You have
it's
to.
not always a bad thing to be selfish and do what you feel like you got to do.
I mean, yeah, I never even thought about, like, I'm kind of on the same boat. I just remember going to school for business. I started in computer science at first and then transferred over to business because I just hated the computer science department. Like
Yeah,
at the time they were not very supportive of women, and like I was struggling a little bit, and it was just pretty much a lecture of 90 dudes and then like two girls, one of them including me.
Mhm.
yeah,
So it just didn't feel right. And then I met Chrissy. We went to Tomorrowland together. And then she wanted to start DUBSTEP FBI. And I was like, sure, let's just start this. And it was just more of just like, yeah, let's just go to shows with friends and let's just throw down some parties and like have our friends just bring the decks,
The
play
tractors.
the
oh
tractors
yeah, oh
and
yeah, fuck
play
yeah.
some dubstep. They still have the tractors,
They still
and
do.
they still do, and they'll still come over here and there and like throw down some mixes. Like that's where it all started. And then
Mhm.
That's
now
fun.
look where we are. Like what the hell? Like
Yeah, what the
So,
hell?
question for you guys now, since you
Yeah.
guys started this, during the pandemic or whatever, how's your experience been in the last couple of years? Like, is women like really rising up in the scene? Like, has it been met with acceptance? I mean, I'm curious to get your
Hmm.
side and
yeah.
story.
Yeah. I mean, just my take on it is that we stand out in a good way. I think that 99% of people have been really respectful. I think us, putting our best foot forward and doing it really professionally has kind of paved the way for some other women who are now our friends. And it's cool because like we were just on another podcast last week with Emma Capotes, who's like a boss babe in EDM. And it just kind of feels like we all have found our people. Like it's a special thing to meet other girls who are doing the same thing in the industry now. So
Totally,
for
totally.
me, I feel like we stood out in a really good way because we went about it so professionally and we were pretty well respected still.
Nice.
Yeah. I think it's just all it takes is just being confident in yourself and knowing what you offer and like the value that you could bring to the table and just having good intentions, really. I mean, we're all out here aiming towards the same goal. Like we all have this passion for this music and just want to just basically do cool shit with our friends,
How can we make it
And
better, funner, safer, all
yeah.
those things? Yeah,
Yeah. And ultimately, like we just want to help other artists, like up and coming artists, like listen to your story so that they can feel like they can achieve their goals and dreams and like feel that, okay, like Preston's a really cool guy. Like he's just like any other human. Like I can do that too,
sure.
and just be inspired by artists like yourself. And then like,
I love that because we didn't have, I had nothing even remotely close to this when I started getting
yeah,
into this music. So
Yeah.
I think it's fucking rad what you guys are doing.
thank
Thank you,
you.
dude.
You
Yeah.
and obviously a lot of other people. Not just you
Mhm.
guys. You guys are pretty cool, but there's a lot of cool people out there. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, and
Yeah.
like to
Yeah.
my one of the points, like it was I had the idea for DUBSTEP FBI and I was really scared to start it because I was like, oh, they're gonna be like, why is she doing that? Or they're gonna judge me. And I needed Yessie there to be like, we're in this together, you know, because if she wasn't there, I don't think I ever would have started it, to be honest. So
That's awesome. Nobody gets to where we are alone, right?
exactly. Yeah. And
know.
it's like you have to build your friends up and they'll build you up too. It's just
Of
I
course.
love that. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can never do this alone. Like, I don't know what I would do without Chrissy either. Like,
It's no fun to
yeah.
do things alone. It's more fun to do them with friends.
Completely.
I agree
And to
100%.
share wins, like share big victories, right?
Oh,
Like,
definitely. It's the best.
yeah.
Like when we get
Yeah.
something big with my team, it's just like a huge, I don't know, sigh of relief and just collectively very excited. It's good to have that energy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like there's this one artist that we started managing. He goes by Antihero.
Okay.
And
I like the name.
he just had
Yeah,
his
it's
first
cool.
label release ever. Like he just started his
Nice.
project last year and he just had his first label release with SubDocta, the
Very
nightclub
nice.
that just dropped. So like
Yeah.
that was just like, to other people it may not seem like a big deal, but for us we were like, wow, like we helped you land your first label release. Like this is amazing. Like congrats. Like,
I know how that feels too. Like I remember the first couple big ones I got, it was just like, holy fucking shit. This is fucking
Yeah.
crazy. Like
yeah.
that's an awesome feeling.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's so cool. And then like when it does really well and like people love the music, you're just like, we're doing it right, you know?
Yeah, but then
Yeah.
and then you lose together also, which is an important part of the
Yeah.
journey too. You know, you won't get this show, you won't get this release, or this, that, and the other thing can happen. When you get to do it with your team, it feels it. I don't know, it stings less because you
Mhm.
know you collectively feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like less of the low, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. Well, that because you're not swimming in your own head, and like my
Mhm.
manager, not literally has talked me off a ledge, but you know, figuratively of like, you know, just the things that come up and my questions, concerns, and he's just very, very level-headed and very good at explaining things and like kind of bring me back up. So it's nice to have that, you know, as part of your team as well.
Mhm. Absolutely.
So be nice to this guy.
Well, we
We'll try.
will.
We'll try.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
just kidding. No, yeah, one of my favorite quotes that I heard from one of my mentors when I was in college and just trying to figure out what the hell I want to do with my life. He he told me like, I don't count failures, I count lessons. And that like has stuck with me
Ooh,
since then. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
it's a really good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Especially if the
yes,
word failure is hard for, you know, for some people. It's a heavy word. So
it's
that's
a
a
heavy
better
word.
way
Yeah.
to frame it. I like that.
Yeah. So now I've like shifted my mindset. And here and there, yeah, like I'll still be like, oh, I failed at this. But then I'm like, no, you know what, Essie? Like, change your mindset. This is a lesson. And now you'll know what to do next time if something like this comes up and you'll know how to
True.
handle it.
Definitely.
And
I love that.
mhm.
I
So yeah.
also I forgot what the original question was. I don't know how far off topic we got.
Oh yeah, the
I,
management red flags.
oh yeah. No, that was a
We're
good
on
segue though.
topic.
I think
We're
okay,
on
I'm just
topic.
making sure.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember what it was.
Yes. Yeah. Well, we have one more
Okay.
submitted question from Earthwalker, and he's wondering what movies or shows have been influential to your music.
Mm, man, that's tough.
If
I
there's
mean,
any.
I honestly can't say that like movies or shows are very influential in my art. Like I'm a huge movie guy. I'm a bigger show guy now, I think. Um, but I think more than anything, just my peers and like the people that I look up to musically have influenced my sound, or maybe just, you know, how we move through life. But I mean, don't get me wrong, I love listening to soundtracks and like hearing how they do stuff in movies, but I can't pinpoint like, oh, I made this song based off of Spider-Man, or you know what I
Right.
mean? It's not really how my creative process works.
Yeah.
I wish it did though. That would be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Endless
Yeah.
amounts of movies and shows.
Yeah.
Chrissy over here doesn't watch movies.
Oh shit.
Not
Called
a movie,
out.
not a movie person at all.
What do you do? Just stare at the wall all day?
I
She just
watch
watches
YouTube.
she just watches YouTube videos. Like
Oh,
literally
you're one of those
Oh my
she
people.
has
God.
the DUBSTEP FBI YouTube linked to her TV. So anytime I go on the search for our DUBSTEP FBI YouTube channel, I see like Italy in the summer or like Italy tour vlog. Like,
Like cats jumping into boxes or
Yeah.
whatever it is.
It's like how
I
to
see
rent
her
a
whole
car in
search history.
Italy.
there are two
Italy and
kinds of
Greece.
people. There's like people that can sit through a full show and people that have to live through YouTube.
That's me. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. I'm guessing Yessie is a movie person because you have to have both to be symbiotic.
I am. I'm a
Yeah.
movie person, but I
Yep.
also love trash reality TV.
Oh,
Really
okay.
trash
Okay.
reality
Guilty
TV.
pleasure.
Yeah. Like literally catch me watching 90 Day Fiance or like okay, I'm like ashamed to say this, but The Bachelorette, like this last one was so cringe to watch, but like I hadn't watched The Bachelorette in a while, but I watched this last season and it was so cringe, but I was so like hooked.
That's how all my friends get
Mhm.
sucked in. You watch it ironically, or you watch it with your partner, and then all of a sudden you're like thinking about their problems when you're going to bed. You're like,
Yeah.
I have to cut myself off.
Or like Love is Blind. That's another one that I watch a lot on Netflix. Like, oh God.
I'm
Hey.
waiting on the Kardashians for their new season.
I
Not
can't say I don't really dive into that area, but I can see why it's really good.
Yeah, you see our side.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
That's funny.
I can talk about TV shows all day and movies.
Oh man.
But our audience listening to this is probably like, can you shut up and like talk about music?
Talk about
instead?
dubstep.
Yeah.
Talk about
About
killing
dubstep.
it.
Talk about breaking
Killing it.
rails.
Base capital. Oh yeah, so we're starting the lightning round and I have the best question. Where is
shit,
the
okay.
real base capital?
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee.
Minneapolis, Vancouver. Denver is just it's very spoiled,
Mm.
but I don't know. I don't know if I agree with the base capital thing. I think there's some
Milwaukee?
competitive
Minnesota?
cities out there. Yeah, Minneapolis is a huge
Vancouver,
market.
Canada, right?
Yep.
Okay. I was like, not Vancouver, Washington,
Yep.
right? That's
That's
the
just
smallest
no.
town.
That's just off the top of my head. You put me on the spot, but those cities are
Huh.
very, very good.
Wow.
I like that answer. That's an answer
Yeah.
that actually isn't pissing anyone off, really.
It's
Normally
probably
it's
pissing off
like,
Denver because anytime you
well,
say they're not the base capital, it's like
we get mad when you say Montreal is the base capital. But if you say
It's-
Milwaukee, as we know they're not, so
Montreal, I would call the rhythm capital. You know, I don't
there you
do very
go.
well there, but
Okay.
they really like their heavy stuff for sure.
hmm
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that about the whole like Denver base capital thing because we pissed off a lot of people when we tweeted like last month. We just made a joke. Literally, it was just a joke of like,
Oh, you can't joke
Denver-
on Twitter. You didn't get that. You
No.
didn't get the PSA.
I didn't get the
Apparently-
fine print on Twitter.
Apparently
Oh, you always
not.
read the fine print. Didn't you watch the South
I
Park
didn't.
episode?
My manager didn't send me the fine print. What the heck?
Manager. Our lawyer didn't send that fine print.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. My lawyer that's on retainer at all times. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. No, yeah, we posted a tweet. It was something like Denver is the base capital, France is the capital of the base capital of Europe or something, and then like Montreal. What'd you say? Montreal is the base capital of what?
Canada. And then
Canada.
I said Tampa's the base legislature. Like clearly that part is a joke. So I don't know why people took the whole thing so seriously. But then we started getting like people in the UK were coming for our throats on Twitter. Like
They were trying
like
to
these ignorant Americans don't know about Bristol and like literally calling us ignorant Americans and stuff.
These
for that.
stupid white girls.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they were like
Literally.
linking our videos, like our TikToks. They were like, yeah, no wonder. I knew this was an American channel. And like just
That's
coming
when
for
you
our
know
throats.
you've made it is when you finally get shit on by people in the UK. You're doing all right.
Yeah. But to my point, there were people in Denver even commenting, being like, I live in Denver. This is definitely not the base capital. And that's the part where I was like, what?
I mean, they're pretty well rounded. You guys are pretty damn spoiled. I
Yeah.
will say that.
Yeah.
And I just thought like, yeah, everyone took that. A lot of people took that tweet too seriously. And
Yeah, I've
we were
gotten in
like,
trouble over the years for joking.
On Twitter.
yeah,
Yeah.
we thought about taking it down too. And I was like, you know what? It's not like it's nothing serious. It's not like, yeah.
A lot of people can't read through the lines and see the high level sarcasm things. They just love to just get mad for no
Mhm.
reason.
Yep.
It's always
Sensitive.
fun.
Yeah.
Learned my lesson on the base capital conversation.
I think
Yeah.
you should double down on it.
Oh, okay. Don't tempt me with a good time on
let's,
Twitter.
let's stir the pot a little bit. I want to see this.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you
Round
got to
two.
join in on it too.
I'll dabble. I'll throw some gifts in there. I'm really
Yeah.
my gift game is really good.
Okay. We need that.
All right, we'll see about that. Do you produce on monitors or headphones?
Both.
Both.
I really like these ones I'm wearing now, these Jabras. They're like the Elite something. But I really enjoy those. When I'm home, I like to write on my monitors, but also if I'm like sketching because I live with roommates, like if I'm dicking around, I'll wear headphones still, just because
Mhm.
it can get really obnoxious
Oh, I bet.
for
Yeah.
anybody. You know
Oh,
what
I
I mean?
know.
So yeah, I like to be respectful, and if I'm really not doing much, I'll throw my headphones in. But I'm not that picky. A lot of people want really fancy headphones and shit, but I'm of the thought that if you know how music sounds on whatever you're working with, like it's good to have acoustic treatment if you're listening on monitors, but headphones, I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Mhm.
I'm not going to spend $400 on a pair of headphones that, you know what I mean? It's just kind of silly.
The Audio Technicas.
Yeah, I just think it's a silly investment. Like if you listen to these all the time, which I do, I know how shit's supposed to sound on them.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Yeah, cool take.
Yeah.
So are you on a Mac or a PC?
Mac. I just got an M1 around Thanksgiving last year, and I've never had this powerful of a computer for producing. I'm not a PC guy, and I wanted to travel with my computer, and so these new machines are fucking relentless.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
Yeah, dude. I just got the M2 for work and it's a freaking unit.
I mean, when I got this, I opened up Ableton and I think I put like 60 serum instances on one channel just to see if it would max out. And
Mhm.
like, I still couldn't get it to like fully shit like my last computer did all the time. Like, it was a struggle to get through projects on that thing. So I've really enjoyed it.
Hell yeah.
That was a nice little upgrade for yourself, I imagine.
Definitely. And Best Buy has good Thanksgiving deals for anybody out there listening.
Ooh, good to know.
Yeah.
They actually do. I got my GoPro like 2 years ago. I don't even know which one I have. They have so many
Mhm.
models. It must be like the 8 or the 10. I don't know. But the newest one that they had out. They had
Yeah.
a
No,
pretty
it's
good deal.
sweet. I saved like $800 on this thing. It's rad.
Whoa, that's a big
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do buy everything from Best Buy. I like their warranty programs too and all that insurance.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. And
Makes
it's
it
not the
easy.
the Apple store is too fucking uppity for me. I hate going in
They
there.
are.
God, they drive me insane.
Yeah. If you're not dressed in white, they won't talk to you.
Yeah, exactly. They like float around like they're angels, like coming to
Mhm.
save you
Yeah.
from your sins. You're like,
They're
just
geniuses.
fix the fucking screen on my phone. I'm
Yeah.
not waiting 6 hours.
Yeah, like hard reset my phone, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're not wearing Balenciaga, they won't talk to you.
Yeah. I don't even know what you just said, but yeah, I agree.
Yeah, agreed.
Agreed.
Noted.
All right, next one here. Who are your best friends?
Like in the industry or just in
Yeah.
general?
Yeah.
Industry, I would say some of the crew that I listed, like Jansen, I consider a really good friend of mine. Boogie T, Boogie T's VJ Coos
Oh
is,
yeah, he's done some sick
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah, he's probably the closest friend I have in this scene. And then, Dirt Monkey and the Ganja Boys, just the people I've spent the most time with.
Yeah,
All
Kuz, we went to Boogie T's Red Rock show last week, and like
Mhm.
I always love his visuals. It's just a full experience. He does such
It
a great
is.
job.
It's all
Yeah.
custom. It's very unique, and nobody makes me laugh harder. Like we all spent all those people minus Dirt Monkey spent 3 months on a bus with the Ganja Boys back in 2019, and like a bus tour will really solidify a relationship in either a good way or a bad way. And we all
Mhm.
came out just like the best of friends. And it was me and Kuz spent a lot of time just watching Parks and Rec every day, waiting for the show to happen. And
That's
yeah,
amazing.
he's a good boy.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Do you use FL or Ableton?
I like how you only narrowed it down to those two. But Ableton.
Or wait, GarageBand. I gotta throw that one in there.
Garage
Fine.
band.
Well, my ghost producer uses GarageBand.
Oh.
I just install Ableton to look
Mhm.
cool.
Yeah, so that you can get Insta stories, right?
Yeah, 100%. I take
Yeah.
the session he made in GarageBand, drop it in, and be like, look what I just fucking did.
Yep.
Yeah, like, should I
Perfect.
drop this? And you're like, with your
Yeah.
phone, like, taking a video.
Might mess
Oh, yeah.
around and release this.
Oh God, yeah. And it's already through like distro. People are
Yeah.
like, should I release this? Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's been planned out for 3 months. Like, come on. You're not fooling
Like,
anybody.
which ID do you like the most?
Yeah.
Those are the oldest tricks in the book.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, that's funny.
You guys learn quick. You guys really must be FBI.
Oh
You're only a
yeah.
couple years in. You guys know all the little secrets now.
I dated a producer for 2.5 years, and
Oh
then
God.
now we're managing 5 artists. So
Oh wow.
yeah.
I still don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but hey, we're living and we're thriving.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
We're
Yeah.
we're living our best life. That's what I like
Yeah,
to say.
always. Always.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ask me how I feel on Monday after 5 shows.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't even think we finished even telling you what shows we're going to, but yeah, Death
Oh,
Pact
God.
Friday, and then
Yes.
Saturday is Infect and Beast Boy and Ominous. Who else is on that lineup? I just know those 3 on there. Infect, Ominous, Beast Boy, and then Sunday, we just got added to the guest list for Sudden Death. So that'll be
is that
fun
Red
little-
Rocks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
And it's a sudden death set, I think, not a void set. So
Awesome.
yeah, it'll be
I
fun.
love that boy. I love that boy. I love what he's doing.
Yeah, he's a funny one.
Yes. All right. This is our famous question. And this is actually what got us
Oh,
on
shit.
your
I know what it is.
radar.
Yeah.
Yeah. After Boogie T's episode, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what's coming.
Yeah.
So fuck, marry, kill
Okay.
all of your best friends. Boogie T, Ganja White Knight, Dirt Monkey.
I'm killing Patrick right away. Right away.
Okay.
Without a
Alright,
thought. Without a
no
thought.
Eliminated.
hesitation.
Yeah. No hesitation there. I think I would marry Erwan from Ganja White Knight, not Ben.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's a package deal because it's 2 of them. I think it's illegal in this country, but maybe if we went to Belgium and do it where they're from, we can make it
Polygamy.
work.
Oh, they're Belgian. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, so I'd marry them and I would I'd fuck Brock. God
All
damn it.
right, Brock, bend it.
Bend down, Brock.
Oh God. They said it, not me.
Bend her over.
Okay. That's fun.
So Boogie T branded condoms.
Oh, don't
Who's
start.
can
God
design
damn
that?
it. Everyone's gonna fucking see this and he's gonna be like, what the fuck? Everyone's pitching me ideas for fucking condoms now.
Hey, those would sell. You can mark them up to like $20 a piece.
Yeah, that's
I
true, but
mean,
I don't trust whatever they would make him out of down in that swamp. So
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
swamp,
either.
swampland.
yeah,
That was
that's
too funny,
amazing.
man.
That's
That was a great
amazing.
We always love asking that question. It's always hilarious to see.
I forgot
guess
you guys
reactions.
did that until you said, all right, final question. Then I was like, oh, I
Mhm.
remember this one.
Yep.
I was getting it
that's
caught me off guard because I wasn't planned out.
Yeah,
Hell
we can't come up with any better question than that. Interview over.
Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
We do have a couple more though, and then we'll let you go. Finally.
Oh, okay.
We'll let
I
you
thought
off the
that was like,
leash.
oh shit. So it's like Hot Ones where like the 6 is the hottest one and then it comes back
Mhm.
down again. Oh,
Yeah.
that's smart. That's
Yeah,
smart.
we planned
Okay.
it that way.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right. What's the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you on stage?
On stage. Oh fuck. Oh man, I really can't think. There's been a couple times where I've been very, very close to falling off the front. Because like every once in a while I like to get down for like a song and go to the rail and fucking party with the people up there. God, I cannot remember anything that was super embarrassing. I didn't get onto the DJ table until last year at Base Canyon for the first time because Brock did, because I was always terrified I was gonna fall off in front of thousands of people, break my ankle, fucking die. But off the top of my head, I think I've been pretty okay at not embarrassing myself. Somebody else might be able to add to that, but
Let's keep it that way.
yeah, I think I'm always perfect all the time.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
perfect. Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks. So are you?
Thanks. I'll
Yeah.
take
All right.
that.
We're all perfect here. Flipping the
Oh yeah.
handle.
I was talking to Yessie,
Yeah.
but yeah, you can be perfect too.
All right, I'm out. I'm gonna leave now.
Perfect.
Perfect. All right.
Okay, final one. This has been a good conversation. We got the full
Yeah.
hour here. Damn.
Yeah,
It's been
wow.
fun.
Word. It has been fun. What is your pre-show routine?
Oh, this is actually a good one because I've had people laugh at me for this. So I started, let's see, I guess like an hour before. I try to show up an hour before, maybe 2 hours if like if I'm traveling with support. Like for this tour, me and Carl and my tour manager are driving a lot. So we'll go in with Carl. I'll get a snack. I have like, just your typical green room snacks and have a couple beers. But starting at an hour, I always bring a Bluetooth speaker because I was really tired of hearing the subs just behind the stage, like rattle the wall
Oh my
or if
God.
if it's like a really big venue, like the green rooms are always far away. And so there's no noise. So starting in an hour, I'll put punk rock on and just kind of vibe out for a little bit, and then at 30 minutes I'll start stretching and I put metal on.
Oh wow.
I have like
Stretching to metal. Sounds relaxing.
I'm not trying to be relaxed. I'm trying to be stretched out and like go
Hyped
fucking
up.
rage on stage. So yeah, I have now in my 30s, I have a pretty intense stretching routine, and I just feel a lot better afterwards. But I've had people like, whether it's festivals or some like big show, where there's a lot of people around the walking, be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "I'm gonna feel a lot better than you are. That's what I'm doing."
Yeah. Prepare.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah,
I
like
love
I'm
it.
about to go fucking kill it. That's what I'm gonna go do.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fucking break their necks.
Yeah. We love that.
Yes,
You'll break their necks and then your neck will be all stretched out and nice.
exactly. Because there were a few times where I've gotten up and be like, "Oh God, how am I gonna make it to the airport?"
Ugh. Yeah.
I bet.
It's mostly my
That's
legs. I'm a bouncer, so like my calves will be like completely locked up, and I'd be like straight legging it through TSA because I can't bend them, and it just looks sketchy.
Yeah, they're like, "Sir, what are you hiding?"
I look sketchy enough without that, so I don't need that.
That's
Yeah, you need
funny.
like a massage therapist to like follow you around.
Yeah. Once I start making that A tier money, maybe that'll be my first investment.
That 50 grand rate.
Yes,
Just ask
exactly.
that. Just put that on the rider.
A masseuse
Yep.
on the right.
Yep.
Masseuse.
Yep, at the tiny club in Tulsa. I'm sure that'll go over well.
Right.
Yeah.
It'll be
Yeah,
the
imagine.
promoter, actually.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't want that dude touching me.
Yeah, I don't want him touching me either.
Yeah, I love that. I love them, but I'm good. Oh no, it's just the openers. The openers are contracted like you get 2 drink tickets, $100, and you have to rub the headliner's legs.
Oh my, they're like, I'll do it.
Imagine.
That
Dude,
is
imagine you get an offer letter and it says that.
I mean, you probably could in like the 80s before Twitter
Yeah.
existed, but now, I mean, it's horrible to even joke about, but it's still funny. So,
Yeah, that's
what are you
kind
gonna
of
do?
creepy in today's day and age. But
Oh yeah, for sure. But as a thought, it's funny.
Yeah, as a thought,
we
it's
joke.
funny.
We joke on this podcast.
Yes.
Yeah, like
Good.
we said earlier, we were cracking a lot of jokes on Twitter, and clearly,
How'd that work out for you?
yeah, great. I mean, we're still here, so we didn't get completely canceled out, but maybe UK canceled out.
Yeah,
Canceled
we're
us out, so.
canceled. We're only canceled in the UK, but it's fine because they're not even part of Europe anyways.
They canceled our style of music a long time ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
So
we're
What are
good.
you gonna do?
On that note, thank you for being our guest. That's our last question. Do you have any final words?
Nope.
Nope. Just You're gonna go drink your wine and peace out.
Yep, I gotta go pack. I gotta go early flight in the morning. Thank you guys
You're
for
like,
having me on.
gotta
That was super
go.
fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for being our guest.
You're welcome. Hopefully I'll see you guys in person soon again.
Come out to Denver.
Hmm.
All right, I'll be there soon enough. You'll see.
Hell yeah, can't wait. Big announcement
All
coming
right.
soon.